back, my dear friends. We continue discussing non-verbal communication. In non-verbal communication, we have already seen 5 different points. The next point that we are going to see is the 6th point, which is known as chronemics. What is this chronemics? Chronemics is actually related to chron or chrono, which is relating to time. It means, what does time mean to different people? You must have seen that every class of students has certain number of students which are always late. Now, for them, if a teacher says that your tomorrow's class is going to be at 4 p.m., for them 4 p.m. is equal to 4:30 p.m. For them, coming half an hour late is exactly what their clock is. So, their assumption of time is always 30 minutes late. So, that is what they presume time as, and that is their assumption. That is how they take time, and that is how they value time. In certain countries, especially India, coming 10-15 minutes late is a very common thing. So, we are also smart because we are Indians. We always give 15 minutes prior timing to different people so that they at least come on time when we want to start the function, programs, etc. Right? Some countries like Germany, for example, German people will not come 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after. They will come right on dot timing. That is why their chronemics is super strong. So for them, time has got its own value. And hence chronemics tells people a lot about what is your assumption of time. Are you understanding this? The next thing that we talk about after chronemics is very, very important. And my dear friends, it means haptics. What is haptics? Haptics mean the science of touch. Why? You're surprised? Touch at times communicates a lot to us. For example, when you are studying late in the night, tomorrow is your exam, your mommy, she actually sees you studying late night. She comes to you and just gives you a back rub. That touch at that moment of time communicates to us that your mom wants to say, don't worry my dear, study hard, you will be successful. Don't you think so? That small 2-minute back rub gives you that courage. It communicates a lot to us. And hence, my dear friends, touch by correct people, it actually says about love, affection, but touch by wrong people can also mean that they have wrong intentions. So, when you are not close to a certain person and that touch happens in your case, then it means that there is some problem, some intentional problem with the person. Are you understanding this? The next, we understand the 8th point, which is known as artifactual communication. Artifactual communication. What is artifactual communication? Artifactual communication means the way things appear to you. For example, it is very common to see people who are dressed in business formal clothes, with a tie, with a blazer coat in offices. But come on, imagine that if you see an office with people wearing shorts, with people wearing cool t-shirts, sleeveless t-shirts, what will you feel? Oh, this office is really cool, huh? Because the way things look, they communicate about the environment. The message that is sent to people is in that way. When people wear business formals, you say that, oh, the environment is very strict. It's very professional. Are you understanding this? This means that the various clothes that you wear, the accessories that you use, the things that you make or use to beautify yourself or the communication is known as artifactual communication. Are you understanding this? The next thing and the last point for today's discussion is, after artifactual communication, we come to silence. My dear friends, silence. It is said that silence is the best form of communication because silence communicates every emotion. Silence communicates love. Silence communicates happiness. Silence communicates deep grief equally well. My dear friends, it is very common for us to remain silent at certain occasions. For example, you go to a theater, you see a play or a drama or a dance or a performance of music which has left you speechless. And that moment when you are speechless, you are absolutely stunned by seeing things around you. That is when you remain silent. That is the moment of different level of joy, happiness, all emotions coming together. Right, my dear friends? Because silence can communicate any emotion.